Well, hey everybody, this is Rockin' Spirit Jen, and I'm so glad you joined me. And today we are not at the soap table. We're actually in my bedroom. This was a quiet place where I could be alone, and I just thought this would be a really cool environment to share what I'm about and what I've been doing with Rockin' Spirit Creations, aka SoapNet. And the reason why it's Rockin' Spirit Creations is because I am a creative artisan at heart, and there's so many hats that I wear in that realm, and so many things that I love to do and I love to make and share with others. And then at the same time, I'm very passionate about body care, and I have alpha-gal, which is a tick-borne allergy that causes me to be allergic to all mammal, and with anaphylactic type symptoms. I have not had to use EpiPen yet, although many occasions I felt like I needed to, but I was able to do other measures naturally to keep from having to resort to that. So that is my emergency go-to if I find myself in a crisis that I cannot seem to help myself with the measures that I've set in place for my own life. And body care being one of them. I had to do everything different over the last 2 years in my body care. And I've actually been ushering that into my life since I was 18. But I fall off the wagon, I see cool things at the store and I want to get them, and they don't have the best ingredients. And often they have mammal derivatives that cause me to be impaired greatly in my overall health constitution. It's just really bad for me. And so I began developing not only soap, but all kinds of body care products, and they work so well for me, stabilizing my body and giving me great results with not only my health, but my physical appearance and emotional well-being because of the essential oils and just the nature of the additives that I put in them. And I just wanted to share with you what you can expect when you visit. I've got a cat that's walking across a little bench through my window that I could see, and I'm like, oh, what is that? It's my cat. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you some of my creations, so that if you're somebody that just visits my channel, you'll see some of the things that I make, but not everything that I make. And if you shouldn't happen to make it over to my Rockin' Spirit Etsy store or my online store, which is rockinspiritcreations.com, you might miss some of the things that I'm about. And so today I'm going to take the opportunity to walk you through and share with you some of the body care and miscellaneous products that I create that you'll find at my stores. So I've got this really cool box here that I picked up, and I'm just going to have it be like a treasure box to share all these wonderful things with you. So got my coffee, take a little sip here. Got my little butterfly on there. I love coffee, and I love tea, and I love beautiful containers. This keeps it warm for a long time, so I can just sip on it throughout the day. So that's why I have it in here. So let's get down to business, and I'll show you what I've been up to. So I'm going to open this all up. This here is a beautiful bath crystals that I make. It was kind of an issue that I had with some bath bombs early on, and they weren't forming very well for me at one time when I was new, and they would crumble up, and I thought, oh, these are great fizzing milk bath crystals. And milk would be like coconut milk or different things in there, but it is very great, really neat granules in here, and I was able to save all those beautiful ingredients that I would put in my bath bombs. And I call this one Relax, and it's got some peppermint in it, it's got lavender in it, it's relaxing to the muscles, it's cooling for the body, it's got the baking soda and Epsom salts, and it comes in this really cool jar that you can reuse with other bath care, or you can wash it and put anything that you want in it. So I thought it was kind of rustic and vintage looking, and so I did that. And then I have my Rockin' Pit Paste deodorant. This is my large size, and this is just a formulation. I stopped buying conventional deodorants at the market, and you can see I use this one faithfully. Some of these I just brought out from my bathroom. I make a lot of these to order. This smells terrific. It's got the most great biblical essential oils. There's probably about 10 different oils in this, but it's good for keeping the skin texture good, fighting bacteria, draining lymph systems, giving you some dose of magnesium in there and some iodine. It's a super good product. I smell terrific all day long, and for 1 or 2, sometimes even 3 days, I only have to apply it once and it lasts for days. It's just super, super terrific at combating and fighting the things that it's supposed to fight. And then, let's see what this is. Okay, this one here is a nail gel that I make. I had some really bad toenail fungus that I picked up a year ago from my husband, who's been fighting it for decades. And he's not diligent at fighting against it. And lo and behold, I picked up a pair of clippers that he had used, and I imparted that fungus into my toenail. And it seeped deeper into my toe bed, and I didn't notice it because I wear toenail polish. So it took me a while to find that once I took my polish off, because I'm one that just like, you polish your nails and when they grow out then you polish them again. So it took me at least probably 6 to 8 weeks before I realized I took that nail polish off, and I go, oh no. And I was mortified, and I said, well, we're going to attack this before it gets deep into the nail bed and stays with me for 10 years like my husband. So I formulated a product through a lot of research, and I did a preliminary measure where I did a little protocol, and I did that for 2 weeks, and then I began my deep killing treatment. I needed to do a very quick kill of what I could get to with retreatment. And after a couple of weeks, the nail was lifting off the bed to where a product like this can get in deep. And the great thing about this is it doesn't have anything that's going to affect your liver and bring you hardship to your body like some of the conventional stuff that we'll get from the doctor or from over the counter. It's very hard on the liver when you take things by mouth and you're applying certain things. It's pretty strong, and your body does drink that in. This stayed where it needed to stay, and it killed without any ill effect to me. 9 months later, totally a new nail grew out, no recurrence of the nail fungus. I was so pleased and so happy. I stayed diligent with this for about 4 to 5 months, and then I just didn't need to use it anymore. I just waited for the nail to grow out. So that was really cool. Let's see. I have my Rockin' Wellness stick, which is a stick that I'll apply to the palms of my hand, or I'll apply it at night before I go to bed, or at the bottom of my feet, put some little socks on, slip into bed. And what it does is it's got a blend of essential oils that help to combat any illness that you might get or are suffering. It helps to shorten the duration and give your body support to heal, to get through it quickly, to shorten the severity of the symptoms, or to ward off a cold if your family's sick. I diligently put it on twice a day to keep from getting anything. And my husband, he was really sick these last week for about 4 days. He was down with a fever, very, very sick. Laid on the couch for 4 days, and I started on this right away, and I did end up getting cold. But I trucked through every single day, hard every single day. I didn't miss a beat. I didn't have to take any medications whatsoever, and he was all medicined up with 3 or 4 different things, drinking teas all day, over-the-counter medicine, and I barely got anything, just a head cold, very mild for me. I mean, I had a couple of tissues, had to take no medications, didn't have to use a neti pot or anything. My body just healed right up. I love this thing. This is my go-to every day. Once in a while, I'll go off of it, because anything that you take religiously, your body can build kind of a tolerance and an immunity against its benefits. So if you go off of something that's working really well for you, every month or 2, go off for a week, let your body get it all out of there, and then when you initiate it back into the body, then it's like, ooh, all over again. It's got the power that it had in the beginning. So that's what you want to do. And even with your supplements or body care, anything that you use, give your body a rest from it so that it can get the great benefits again to the capacity that it was meant to do. So that's just a little tip. And then I have, let's see, I have my Rockin' Mud. So this is just a beautiful mud clay blend. Several clays are in here. Super good for detoxifying the skin, tightening the skin, closing the pores, giving a good softness to the skin. It's just a really good detoxifier and great for the overall skin condition. That's a super good product. Let's see, I have a tooth powder, but I don't know if I have it in here, but I made a really cool tooth powder that helps to remineralize the teeth, tighten the gums, pretty much squelch any bleeding that you might have. It helps to rebuild tooth structure. If you're somebody with a cavity that's starting, to help just stop that dead in its tracks. It's super fortifying for the teeth, super brightening and therapeutic for the mouth. It's got essential oils in there, and it's got earth matter and clays and just some wonderful ingredients in that tooth powder in there. I have a customer that uses it that's been having a lot of difficulty with her mouth, and she's got the Alpha-Gal. And as soon as she started using it, everything turned around for her in her mouth. And same with the deodorant. She had these open sores underneath her arm, these lesions that she had for the last 3 years, and there was nothing that she could use over the counter or any deodorants that were helping it. They were just exacerbating it. As soon as she started with my product, within 2 weeks, those sores that had been there for 3 years were gone, and she's been using it for months. She's a repeat customer. I formulate a fragrance for her that she really loves, so I customize my products. If there's the core ingredients that you want and you want a different smell that's just personal to you, I have about 300 essential oils, so I love to do chemistry for you and make your own special blend. And then I keep a card, so if you say, hey, I need mine again, I know exactly what the recipe is and what I used to match it up with what you got before. So that's really cool. And it helps when you gift it to others. You ask them what they like, and then you have something formulated for them. So that's really neat. I have my Rockin' Shave Soap, and this here it's really cool. Actually, this one here is basically formulated kind of for men because it's not florally and feminine, but it's got that nice earthy nautical smell. But a lot of women love that too. It's great for shaving your underarms and your legs. So I love this, and it comes in a neat little travel kit tin that you can just close up. And I sell these beautiful, if you want to do this as a kit or a gift, I have these beautiful little shaving brushes, wood, and I have some acrylic ones that are really nice. And so that can be sold for Father's Day for a man. Beautiful shaving, leaves your skin soft and supple and toned and tight, and it lifts the hair off and gives a smooth glide with the razor. So that's really good for men. And then I have my latest creation. I don't have my label on this yet, but this is my 50s take, the new millennial cold cream. That's just awesome. It's got wonderful ingredients on it, and you can go to the website and look at the ingredients. I don't have up there yet, but I'll get those up. Days get away from me. Very busy between my husband's business and my own. I can get the products, but then I got to get the paperwork. So I try to put a card for sure in everybody's order so that they will have the ingredients when they get their product, and they'll have directions and know how to use it. So I've got that. I'm going to do all the body care, and then I'll do all the fun stuff outside of that I make. I make these cool little, I call them lily pad soaps because they're almost like a little bar cut in really cool shape. So they look really great on a soap dish or laying by the bathtub. They're just really cute and sweet, and they're just very thin, and you can see through them. They're a glycerin. They've got green tea, and sometimes I'll put loofah in them, but they're just the neatest little shapes. I've got stars, and so these are a lot of fun. Hearts and little kind of clovers, and this one here has a little honeybee on it. Isn't that cute? So I've got those. Those are super fun. Let's see. I've got these awesome little soapery bags because every soaper knows that you always have little scraps when you're cutting your soaps. You have the soap ends, and then you bevel the edges, and you always end up with all these little great smelling scraps. And yeah, I could form them into a ball or into something like this, and I've done this before where I make it just into this is like a little shampoo bar. Or no, this is my cashmere, and these were leftover pieces, so I just molded them in a hard little bar. But I also have them in here, and I shave them down, and they're mixed with all my scraps, and they just have a beautiful scent. And I'm thinking, you know, I would like this in my drawer, in my closet, in my car, in a diaper bag, a gym bag. I mean, all the areas that get kind of smelly, and this smell, these scents in here, and these essential oils, sometimes they can last for months. So, you know, and then when you're done, you've still got really great soap when it's lost its smell. And this soap is terrific, and it comes in this cool little bag that you can just wash with and then hang it dry. Isn't that cool? It's such a neat thing. And then I have these little washcloths that I make that has this little clasp, and you just open it up, and it's got a beautiful little glycerin and reishi mushroom soap, and it's super good for the skin because it's glycerin, so it's great for little kids and infants and babies, toddlers. And what's so good about it, it's got the reishi mushroom, so it's very good for well-being and immune system booster. It's super good for the kids, soothing. And then this is a little flannel sweet pea, comes in pink and blue, and then gray on the inside for a boy and pink for a girl. It's terry cloth, so you wash them, you hang it dry, and then you can pack it away. It's really a neat thing. Love that. That's fun. Let's see, I've got my couple of different soapstones that I do here. Let's go over here. Look at the soapstone. So this is just a little moss stone, I call it, and this has got loofah and green tea, and it's just in the shape of a stone. It looks really cool, fits really great in the hand. It's just really a nice bar soap. And then this is my other design that looks like a really neat rock. And so if you have two or three of these rocks in a men's bathroom, how cool is that for them? You know, that's really neat. And it's got clays and neat things, and it's so super good for their hands. I have a mechanic soap here that I make for gardeners, for men, for people that get grit and grime, soap makers and bakers, and anybody that just gets buildups on their hand. And this has a little bit of pumice in it. It's got a little bit of ground walnut in it. It's got clays in it and charcoal, so it helps to disinfect and deodorize and scrub all that junk away, but it leaves your hands really soft and beautiful when you're finished. So I love that. I've got my bath bombs, and this is a rose bath bomb. It's a pretty big size. Lasts for a long time in the tub and imparts a really good dose of great things in your bath water with Epsom salts and baking soda. And then it's got rose petal and rose essential oil, and inside is a little surprise. It's a beautiful little stone heart. And hold on, I'm gonna get one for you. So this is fun. I'm having fun showing these things to you guys. I hope that you're enjoying it too. So inside these bath bombs are these sweet, beautiful little hearts. I don't know if you can see that. See these cute little hearts? Just beautiful, and everyone's different, and you don't know because it's going to be a surprise. And these are collectible, and they look so sweet in a little dish on your sink side or in your bathroom on a drawer or in your pocket. And then you can, you know, when you're stressed, you can just use it at one of those stress stones, a worry stone, and rub all your worries away. And because it's a heart, you remember to love yourself, and you know that others love you as well. So, and that I made this and I love you too. So that's really fun. And then I have these just half bombs. Okay, so it's just a half bomb, little half sphere. These half ones don't have any hearts in them though. So that's just if somebody wants one without a heart, and sometimes I'll make them in these beautiful little moon presses that have detail. I sold out of those, so I just have this little one with a blemish on it here, so I don't sell that one unless I do some kind of like a grab bag. Oops, I made a mistake, and you get a special deal on these. So I gotta post that up on my website so that if I have things that you want to try and you can get them at a cheaper price, you can just get one that's got some little blemishes in it. And then I've got my really great loofah soaps, which are glycerin, and these got spirulina and some algae things that you would find in the sea, and it's got a loofah built right into it, so it helps to scrub and get you know, all the dead skin cells off, so that's pretty cool. And then I have my 3-in soap on a rope, and so this is for shampoo, body wash, and it works great. Been using this now for a few weeks. My husband shaves with it, and I've used it as shampoo and body wash. It's terrific. Love, love, love that. And then I have my soap challenge that I did with Renee over at Soaps of Love, and this is called a Branch Extended. It's got olive leaf powder in it. It smells, It just smells divine. It's got myrrh and frankincense in it. I think it's just those two. But with that olive, this has just got a beautiful, earthy, very ancient smell to it. It smells like Israel to me. And then I have my Persimmon Bar shampoo. Great shampoo bar that I made with persimmons that I harvested off of our wild persimmon trees, and this is really good, nourishing and conditioning. This is a great shampoo. You really don't need conditioner unless you have super dry hair. Then you might want to do an apple cider vinegar rinse and then just go about your day. In 10 or 15 minutes when your hair is dry, it doesn't smell like vinegar, but it closes the cuticle shaft and makes your hair real shiny and brown. Okay, my camera turned off, so I had to plug it in and put it back on. I thought maybe my phone was too full. But anyway, okay, so we'll move right through. Then I have my Pillow Top baking soda soap. So this is really good and luxurious for the skin. It's got this sweet little soap saver. So as this soap starts getting used, this little bottle cap sits on the counter, gives a little gap, okay, so that when the water runs down, it doesn't stick to the bar to the surface, and it helps the water to drip off so that it doesn't get all squishy underneath and you lose your product. And so that's really cool. It's got some sweet little, flowers on it. And then I have my grapefruit salt bar that's 50% pink Himalayan salt. So this is an amazing salt bar. It's got some sea salt in it. This is great. And then I have my fruit juice bar, and basically this is juicing that I did with beautiful antioxidant berries and different fruits, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. And then I've taken the juice and mixed it into the glycerin soap. So this is a really great one. It's got red raspberry seeds in it. And then these are just some really cool little unscented, very little ornate looking bars. This is the Men's Shave bar just by itself. I've got these really cool baby soaps that I make that are very nurturing for baby skin. I have a blue one. I can't find my pink one. Let's see. Oh, pink and blue. And then I have these little sun and moons, and these also come in neutral color without any mica in it at all. These just have lavender. It's very soothing for baby, and this cute little sun and moon. And then here's another shade of my Persimmon shampoo bar. I've got an old-fashioned gingerbread, beautiful, wonderful, rich holiday smells that you can have all year long. So that's awesome. Ginger never goes out. And then I have this unscented Sun and Moon. It's just a nice neutral bar of soap with a really cool look to it. And these are just colored. I color all of my things, most everything, just with mica, but I always put some kind of a natural powder, whether it's reishi mushroom, maca. I use superfoods, so I might have spirulina, blue-green algae, things that come from the earth, plants and clays. And then I have these cute little owl shapes. I usually always make 1 or 2 of these with every batch of soap in case somebody wants a cute little design. And the same thing I did with the Mechanic's hands. And this is my Tears of Joy soap. That's a beautiful lavender soap, very basic, very natural. Cocoa butter, shea butter, coconut oil, olive oil, just really good castor oil. I've got my lemongrass. This is my green smoothie bar. So I've made a green drink with beautiful greens, dandelion, chard, kale, parsley, cilantro, just so many super mineral rich greens that I've juiced and imparted into this green juice, green smoothie. And then I have a fruit smoothie bar as well. No dairy products or mammal products in any of these. This is a cute little nursery one that's got the sun and moon, pink and blue. And then that's, of course, a salt bar. Here's one of my Tree of Life bars. I have bigger bars of these as well. I think I have them all wrapped up already because they're ready for market. I have somebody that does wholesale with me, so they're getting ready to go to her. But that's my tree of life, and it's got beautiful things, biblical oils, but it's also got herbs and really good things. And I've been using this tree of life one for the last probably a little over a year and a half. Absolutely love it. I use it as shampoo, face, body. So it's a special one for me. It was the first soap that I created when I got my Alpha Gal, and I wanted a really good all over until I could find other things to work for my hair, my skin that was safe. I made this one bar go over my whole body, and I love it still today. Here's another one of my green tea bars. And then I have a lemongrass bamboo. This comes in a really neat bar with really pretty colors. I've had this one a while, so the colors have dissipated because I had it in the sun, but on my window ledge. But that's what my husband's been using for the last probably about year and a half. It was the second bar of soap that I made. Those are two really staples in my house. And then I also have one, that one actually grass in it, and bamboo powder. Super good. And then don't have one in here, but I have a signature scent bar that I developed because I'm somewhat of a hippie and I'm from California. And it's called the Essene bar, and it has everything great in it. You just have to go online and look what is all in it. It is something that has pretty much everything I could find in the Bible. That is good. It's good stuff. And I put it in that bar, and I really love it. And this is my Mirror Glaze cashmere soap, and so basically it's just got a nice neutral bar of soap without any coloring, and then I did some beautiful glaze over, almost like a ganache would be over a cake, and you just pour a glaze of frosting all over it, and so there's a glaze on top of that. It's really beautiful, pearly, purple and cream. And then here's another soap saver. Just a beautiful shade. This is just scented with sandalwood. I made this one actually for my sister-in-law who loves sandalwood, so I just customized an unscented bar. I remelted it down, put the sandalwood in it for her, and a little soap saver in the bottom. Really cute. She's gonna love that when she gets it, and that's gonna be put on my website as well. I've got my leather and lace bar. That's a dual-sided soap bar, leather scenting on one side and cashmere and rose on the other, and you can share that, or you can use, both of you can use both sides because it's just beautiful. It's not too much of anything, it's just the right blend. And then here's my charcoal bath bombs with rose petals, very detoxifying, very nurturing for the skin. I've got my felted soaps. This is my Tree of Life soap, and then I put the felting on it so it works like a washcloth, and it shrinks down as you use the soap, and each one has a different design, so no two are the same, but it feels so great in the skin. It's soft and it just goes all over, and I absolutely love that. It's so special. And then you can just keep the felt and do something fun with it. That's my fruit smoothie bar. It's just a different shape. And then there's a nice moon press one. You can see that looks really nice. And then these are my salt melts, and these could be either for feet or whole body. You can throw one or two in a bathtub or one in a foot soak. And these have got Epsom salts, and this is my signature hippie chick smell. Beautiful, just earthy, and very reminiscent of the 70s with patchouli and ylang ylang, frankincense. It's got myrrh in it. It's got a bunch of other essential oils that give it that nice, beautiful earthen smell. And then this is my Thieves one. It's kind of a Thieves take, and it's the same thing in my wellness stick. It's got clove and frankincense and some beautiful scents in there, but it helps to boost your immune system. And then the rose one, and then I've got peppermint, and then I've got a very earthy glacier. I call them glacier melts because they're like little glacier ice melt things, but this one has like a garden smells beautiful and green and floral, smells divine. And then I always have these little tiny soap samples that you can just throw in a little soap dish. I think those are really cool. These are just unscented. Of course, you know, what would soap be without a cute little frog? Okay, Patrick over at Soapy Oaks Farm, he inspired me to do that, and I actually made one for him and one for me, and I put little rhinestone kind of Swarovski, those Swarovski crystals. That's what's in the little eyeballs, and then the one I made for him has a little necklace on it as well, made from those crystals. And then, you know, I don't know if I really want to show you guys this, but I'm going to, because I'm going to put it on the website. I did these really beautiful heart-shaped, hand-molded kind of soaps. And I put these hearts that I showed you on the top of each one. Was going to do them for Valentine's Day. They didn't work out very well because they did not harden up. Somewhere I did a goof up on the formulation. They did not harden for me, and I said, okay, repurpose. Pulled all the stones out, grated them up, put them inside of my crock pot, heated them up, and I thought, oh, I'll just make these really cool kind of cupcake frosting looking things. And actually, it ended up looking like baker's poop. So that's poo soap. So if you know a baker that might get a kick out of that, or somebody that likes what looks like whipped cream because of the color that that other soap was, I put cocoa powder in this. So it's got a nice chocolatey scent to it. And I can't remember if I put rose in it or not, but I did put chocolate in. So it's baker's poo. That's when a baker goes poo. That's what it looks like. Isn't that funny? And then I've got these Divine Lip Plumper lip glosses that help with the fine lines. They help to plump up your lips. I've got them in 2 different colors. They're very natural. This is a vegan, this is non-vegan. But it's got a blush color, and then it's got a little bit of a cinnamony looking color in this one. And then this is my women's shave whip, and it's a nice, light, airy, glides across the leg really fast. You only have to use about the size of a nickel, and then you can shave your legs, and it leaves them nice and emollient. You don't have to put any lotion on anything when you're done. You just rub your legs all up, and it imparts that beautiful blend of cocoa butter and shea and everything on your legs, and then they just have a really beautiful sheen when you're done. I make little necklaces that are filled with essential oils, and they come in this cute little bag, and it just looks like a little drop. See that little dropper in there with a little cork? And there's biblical oils and different oils that are revered, and there's always a scent in them. So this has got rose and black seed oil, so I use a really great oil, and then I put a really good essential oil with it. And so you can just pop that off and use it as a little perfume or something that uplifts you, feel good to smell it. You've always got that around you. So I love that. I've got a whole bag of different various scents and additives in them. And then I make these avocado seed jewelries. This is a necklace or wristlet where you can just wrap it around, and it's really cool. And I wrap these ropes out of fabric and make these beautiful bracelets and necklaces, chokers, or you can put it around a hat. And I carve these avocado seeds and I make jewelry out of them. Isn't that cool? From an avocado seed. And I put the Swarovski crystals in there and a little turtle. And these are lava stones, and you can put essential oils on those. And then, you know, you can just smell those through the day, you know, and they elevate your mood, and you know, they're just super good for your emotions. So you can put any of your favorite essential oils on that. You know, you can wear it like a choker, wear it as a hat band. It's just the neatest thing. You could wear it as a belt. You know, if you have a tiny waist, you could just tie it. I've got these really neat little glass beads at the end. So these are just all handmade. And then I make these cute little things. Absolutely love these. These are the bigger size, and then I make them smaller as well. And these are just basically made out of terracotta, little terracotta presses, and I make, you know, just so many different designs. I've got kids designs, I've got adult designs, I've got Japanese designs, all kinds of neat designs. And you can just hang these up and put your favorite essential oil on them. You can hang them in a car, kids can hang them in their locker, You don't have to hang them up at all. You can put them in your window ledge with, let's say, peppermint or cinnamon. If you want to keep ants and spiders away, you can put them in your cabinets, in your drawers, in your closet, in pairs of shoes to keep recluse spiders and different things out of your shoes. I mean, these things can go everywhere, or you can hang them up, and that works really nice too, or you can just lay them flat, maybe put it on a little piece of plastic or tin if you don't want it directly on a surface, and then just put your essential oils on there and let them dissipate and treat the area. So that's fun. And then I make these super cool headbands. I call these my rockin' headbands, universal. I wear headbands all the time. I love them. These are non-binding. You don't get a headache. They don't slip. You can wear them thin like this, okay? Or you can open them up if you want full coverage, and it'll cover more of your head. But these ones, and they're sewn very nicely in this no unravel, no binding seam. It fits real tight, and not tight, it feels flush against your head. You don't have a big mound back there like a lot of headbands do. But you know, some days I just wear it thin, and some days I wear it wide, some days I wear it down. This has been awesome, and they come in so many different, I have probably about 40 different designs, different fabrics, and sometimes I'll tell you a little story at the end. This one's really nice for men. It looks like a chain link, and men, you know, their hair gets, some people have really thick bushy hair and it gets in their way. Different bands, different colors that I have. And then I think that's about it. And also those lip tubs, also carry those in a chapstick. Sorry that you're seeing all my mess over there. And I moved the camera because I lost my storage. But I want to show you, if somebody orders from me, and let's say they, depends, I haven't decided yet whether I want to do it for $15 orders or $20 orders, but I always try to package up my products really nicely. And so, and I'll do another video that shows you what a package that comes in the mail from Rockin' Spirit Creations is going to look like when it gets to you or a loved one that you're ordering for. And I always try to make it a fun adventure. And I know I like unexpected things. I'm going to turn that a little bit. I always like unexpected things. So when I get something in the mail and somebody just want that extra mile to make me feel beautiful and wonderful and special, that means a lot to me. And I want somebody to feel the same way, that they took the time to buy from me and put their earnings that they make and work hard for into supporting me and having faith in me and what I produce. And so I like to honor that person when they do that. So I think what I'm going to do, because it is a little bit more costly for me compared to the normal way that I package products, which is always pretty special in my opinion. I would love to get the boxes that I send out. I would absolutely love to get, and that's how I think about it when I'm packing the orders. Is my love language is giving, and so I always like to give, and sometimes I give more than I sell. Because I don't know why. I think God just put that in me, and so I use that gift of giving, and so I hope it's appreciated, because I sure have a lot of fun doing it. You know, I think case by case, what I'm led in my spirit to do, it's what I do, and so everybody's going to have something different. But for people that order a $20 value, it could be 19. You know, I'm not going to shortchange somebody and say, oh, it's only $19.50. Sorry, missed out. It's going to be somewhere near $19, $20 and up. They're going to get this beautiful box. And I've got many different boxes, and these are made so well. These are super, super cool, so special. Flip open, they're Velcroed shut. Great keepsake box. You can keep things in it. You could keep your knitting in here. You could keep special letters in here, jewelry, anything that you want. You can save that. If you have a daughter, if you have a mother, if you have a friend, you could send them a treasure box full of beautiful things that I create, and then they get this wonderful keepsake box. could regift it, and you could put their birthday presents in them and then hand it to somebody for their birthday. Instead of giving them a gift bag, they'd get a box that they get to keep and think about you as they're putting their neat things in there. Always like to put a business card that's got my logo like this on it. These are coasters, and I often will stick these in the box as well. You have a little coaster with my signet on it. I might put a cute little notepad or a bookmark that's made of wood, that's got beads hanging from it, that's beautiful. An absorbent coaster like this of stone that might have a beautiful saying on it. Often I'll put these beautiful little crystal sun catchers, and I'll put a string on it, and sometimes I'll put some beadwork on it, and you might have one of these as a surprise in your box. I typically put 2 or 3 or 4 extra things in the box, and you just don't know what they're going to be. And you can hang that in the window, and then it prisms rainbows around your room, and it's really beautiful and pretty, and it's something unexpected. So it's just my way of appreciating you guys for your support, your love, and your desire to try my products, and then me blessing you back more than what you expected. If you like the things that I send you, it's a blessing. If you don't, then you know what, re-gift them, bless somebody else with them. That's what's really cool, is pay it forward, you know, just move it on somewhere else, you know. Hey, I like people that pay it forward. I get gifts all the time from loved ones and family and friends that are re-gifts from something somebody gave them out of love, and they just didn't have use for it. It didn't work for them, and they gift it to me. And sometimes there's been a card that they forgot to take out the box. My grandmother gave me a re-gift once, and it had a card from somebody to her. Bless her heart, she's in heaven now. But you know what? I love that dish. I don't care if she got it from somebody else. It came from her heart. She loved me, and she wanted to make sure she had a gift for me, and maybe she didn't have the finances, but she had a gift that she could give me that somebody else gave her. And I'm like, right on, Grandma, you are so clever. So that's my thing. So anyway, these are just some of the things that I have, and I just was dying to share them with you, because I know many of you just know me from YouTube, but you maybe not met my channel yet. I mean my stores. And you didn't know what all I was doing, and I just make so many things. I make aprons and dresses, and there's so many things I didn't put in this box that you'll find on rockinspirit.com or Etsy. I don't usually put everything on my Etsy store. Most is just body care, but if you go to Rockin' Spirit Creations, where I go crazy and wild, that's where you'll see a lot of my other little passions. And so with that, I hope that you enjoyed this video and getting to know me and why I do what I do. So next time you see my channel, you'll know a little bit more about me, and I hope it's good for you. So I enjoyed making this for you, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless, and make it a great day. Yeah, so with these, and you never know, one of these headbands just might be in one of the orders for one of these. Great, and you just never know. And you just never know. One of these beautiful headbands just might be in one of your orders too. So when you're using the body care, you've got a great headband. And one size fits most, pretty much. I make them out of stretchy fabric so that they fit anybody. Now, I make them tight for me, so this is a tight one for me. But you can see that you can fold it in half and have a nice little half one. And you can, oops. I have a very small head, so I make mine about 1 inch smaller than I make them for everybody else. I have hats that go circles on my head because I just have a really tiny head, smaller than most. So, and then this is a fuller coverage, and so you can see it just fits so nicely. You can put a ball cap. I often wear these under my hats, and especially in the summer, because I don't want to get sweat rims and stuff in my hats. And I will just put that on just like that. It looks really cool to see that a little bit. And you'll see I've got my daughters modeling that. on the website, so you can see all the different colors that they're wearing as you're choosing through. If you want to buy one, they're super cheap. I just make these because I love them so much, and then decided that I was going to share those with others, because I like to wear headbands because of working out in the gardens and on the property here. It's very hot in the summer, and it just kept my hair back and the flyaways back, and I was making them in so many colors and absolutely loving to wear them. And I just thought, you know, this is the only headband that doesn't give me a headache of any that I've ever bought. It's not too thick and bulky, or maybe they're not wide enough, or something was up with them. And so I wanted one that was non-binding, thin enough to wear under hats, and they look stylish. This is like a faux suede, so it's so cool. And they come in 3 different colors. This is the medium shade, and then I have a really light chamois shade, and then some of them, like this chamois one, I sew a little felt heart in the bottom of it that goes to the nape of the neck. So if you wear it here, the heart's here. If you wear it here, it's at the nape of your neck. And what that's for is to put your essential oils on them. So if you have a headache, you put some peppermint on here, and then you put that headband on, and it's loose and comfortable, so it's not going to pinch and make your headache worse, but it's going to allow a delivery system of that essential oil right here, and it's going to help to relieve that headache or anything, you know. And the same thing if you just want to put an essential oil that helps you feel cheerful and makes you feel better, and then you can put it on there, and you can put it through your forehead there, or at the nape of your neck, or you can get a wrist delivery. Girls do this a lot, and I do it when I'm not wearing it. I just twist it up, wear it like a bracelet, make it look kind of fashionable. I've got my little heart right here on my pulse point, put some essential oils on there, and that's how I deliver it to myself. So really, really cool, neat concept. So want to give you that little heads up is, you know, you may find even in your 1-bar soap, you get one of these. I'm not saving my gifts for big orders. I almost try to outdo, not consciously, because it's coming from my heart, but in more cases than not, I look at what I've done, and I'm like, wow, I think I'm giving them more than what they paid. You know, I'm just like filling stuff in there. You might have some chocolates in there, maybe a chocolate heart, or some chocolate caramels, or some little special treats, or a tea bag, or something really sweet and neat. So, okay. So I'll see you later.